Hello! Welcome back to LICAF Live. Little LICAF. My name is Marc Jackson. I am a cartoonist. Check it out. I hope you enjoyed my last video where we drew a robot. If you've not watched it, we drew a robot. But it's not spoiling it. It's not spoiling it. I'm not giving you no spoilers here, okay? But you might be watching these out of sequence. I'm not sure, you know, you might be a maverick, a loose cannon. I don't know what you're playing at over there. The great thing about this festival this year is that everybody all over the world can enjoy it. Even those people who have never been able to get to Candle, who've always wanted to. They heard about this festival, they heard how amazing it was, but they thought, I just can't get there, I'm so far away, or, you know, the plane ticket's so expensive. Now you can enjoy it from the safety of your own home. You can get your pens and your paper, you can have the beverage of your choice, and you can sit back, you can interact by drawing with the likes of me, or you can just watch some of the interviews and the other videos and just see the amazing things. The Lakes Festival, they always do things really, really well. They always do things, they're always thinking outside of the box. You know that box that's there? There's a box, isn't there? Well, they're outside of that, and they're just thinking. And so there's always some really cool, different things, different approaches, and that is what they are all about. And so, yeah, you guys will be enjoying all manner of things. Here we are in October, whereas here I am in August. Well, it is October, because you're watching it in October, but I filmed this in August, or did I? Am I filming this right now and beaming it to you? Who knows? You know, I could be a time traveller from the future, or a time traveller from the past, and I've come to... mind blown, who knows what's going on. All I know is this: we are here to talk about comics. Comics, you say, comics like this. Ah, look at this, I had this to hand. You can check out, I think we've all got a little page on the amazing clock tower. There's even a virtual clock tower this year. Can you Adam and Eve it? There's a virtual clock tower where you can go and find the creators that you know and love, and even brand new creators that you've never heard of before who are selling their amazing comic books. Kind of things that I like to do, all right, you know? And it's great because we're kind of here. I'm still talking to you. I'm saying, hey, check out these comics. Do you like them? You could go to my page. You could fill up your bag. Go for it. You know, get your LICAF bag and fill it up. Fill it up. And pick up comics by other creators as well. There's lots of us doing amazing things. And that's the beauty of comics. They're so diverse. Comics about superheroes. Comics about... spooky things that are going down. Comics about ninjas. Everybody loves a ninja. This is my brand new comic that I would have been bringing to the festival. But you know what? I might even be bringing another comic to the festival virtually in October. One that I've not even drawn yet. Not even drawn yet. Can you comprehend this? I've not even drawn it, but I'm going to be bringing it. This is mind-blowing. And that's the beauty of comics. It's all about the ideas. And me, as a cartoonist, I'm constantly thinking of new ideas for cartoon characters, for creations, for comic book series, and new ideas for how to demonstrate how I draw comics, which is what we're going to do today. Now, previously on the video, we needed a few things for you to be able to do that. So you might not have these things to hand. So this is your chance right now to get things to hand. This is what we call, whereas earlier, this was the shameless plug section of the video. This is the get things to hand section of the video. So what you're going to need is, I'm going over here, and you can go over there as well, in your own house. You're going to need a piece of paper. Papier, okay. And you might want to hold it this way. Portrait. You might want to hold it this way. A landscape, you know? It's these days we're in a bit of a landscape world, aren't we? You know, you do a portrait like that, and sometimes, you know, there's all this space here, but there's space for my face, which is good, you know, but portrait kind of hides my face. Some would say that's a plus point, who knows? So you're going to need some paper. You're going to need some pens. We're not messing around with pencils and rubbers. Look, I've got one here, look at it. It's just a troublemaker, because it's a pencil that you can draw with, but it's got a rubber that you can rub out, right? And it's kind of saying to you, oh, what you've just done might need correcting, it might need fixing, it might not be right. I'm not rolling with that. We're rolling hard with the felt pens, where there is no right or wrong. If you've drawn it this way, that is the way it's going to look. Don't worry. I don't want you stressing. I want you to have fun. Right? It's not about getting perfect. There is no such thing as perfect. Look at my hair. Look at my hair. There's no such thing as perfect. Try as I might. Okay? Yes, you might have stumbled onto this video and thought, oh my word, what is George Clooney doing with those felt pens? You might have done. And you'd be forgiven for making that mistake, because I get that a lot. But yes, You might have a fez, like me. Shake your pens around and pull out your favourite colour. You're going to need felt pens because felt pens are great. These pens are fantastic. They're almost like little brushes. And you can get thin lines and you can get fat lines turned onto the side. And you can get all these really cool things. And the great thing about using pens is it stops you from worrying about, am I going to get this right? And just drawing, having fun. You've got to stretch it out to have fun. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. And you do that with your mouth as well, you know, because you think sometimes you need your mouth. Yeah, okay. And so you've got your paper. Boom. You've got your pens. Ta-da! Okay. What are you going to need now? What are you going to... Well, you might have some snacks. I haven't had snacks. I've just had my lunch. I don't need snacks. I'm full. But what you are going to need is a receptacle, my friends. A receptacle. And inside that receptacle is the beverage of your choice. I'm going with the classic tap water, okay? And I like to take one to stay hydrated throughout all situations, but particularly when I'm drawing. Stay hydrated. So one for me. And one for my homies. That is you guys, okay? So we've got all the elements, okay? Now, prior to this video, in the previous video, the hotline is open. You know, if you can find a way to get in touch, give me a call. Give me a call, okay? Because I'm all ears. I'm just ready and waiting for you guys, okay, to just get involved. And so, yeah, so if you can find a way with the magic of the internet and the far-flung future and whatever else, give me a ring. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you now, we drew a character before, we drew a robot. I'm going to show you now some basic elements of comics. As you can see in comics, we have these cool things here that tell the story, okay? And we're going to talk about things like that. I'm going to show you how to take comic book elements and integrate them with a picture, okay? So, earlier on, we did a little thing. The first rule of cartooning was I take a look at my little flip chart here, because I've got the old flip chart, because I'm a show-off, okay? And I stick a line in there, okay? Just get a line, I throw a line in there, but lines are a little bit boring. So, the first rule of cartooning is nothing below the fish, okay? And what that basically means is if I draw a fish right here, okay? And if I draw anything below this fish, okay? You guys are not going to be able to see it. You can see him, look, there's a little fish there. Look, check him out, right? If I draw below them, you're not going to be able to see it. So the first rule of cartoon is nothing below the fish. So, without further ado, we are going to start. So, I'm going to draw, we're going to take our piece of paper. So, I'm kind of like portrait. So, you know, you can do landscape if you want, or you can do portrait. I'd suggest landscape for this. If you've got a piece of A4 paper, then I'd go landscape. So we're going to kind of split it in half. We're not going to cut it in half. We're not going to do a line. We're just going to imagine that this is half. And we're going to deal with this side, okay? When I point here and I look, it's on the other side. But that's just the way it's going for me. So, you know, my brain is all over the show. So, we've got a little half here. So I'm going to do this, okay? I'm going to do the word hi, okay? With a little exclamation mark right there, okay? And then I'm going to do this. So, for those of you watching, feel free to shout things out, you know? Shout them out, and if you shout loud enough, I might actually be able to hear you. So, what is this? Yes, that is right. It is a speech bubble. It is a speech bubble. This is the main way that characters in your comics, your comics, my comics, other people's comics, how they communicate with speech bubbles. The comics are driven by the dialogue, by the characters. So, this is a speech bubble. What did I do first? Did I do the bubble or did I do the word? I did the word, yes. Why did I do the word? Because you do the word first and then you do the bubble around it. If you do the bubble first, you might run out of space. I just had the word hi in there, so there's not a lot of words. But if you're doing more dialogue, hi, my name is so-and-so, then you're going to need some space. So you do the words first, you do the balloon around it. The balloon comes last, okay? The balloon comes last. So now we've got this one here, okay? We've got the speech bubble, okay? So it's pointing and you have the little tail here. And usually you have that pointing somewhere in the direction of whoever is talking, okay? Now I'm going to do this one. Can you tell me what that one might be? Okay? It's like a bit of a cloud. Yes! It's a thought bubble. Yes, it's when characters are thinking. So you know visually, if you see this, a character is talking. If you see this, a character is thinking. Comics are a visual thing. You can put the voices on if you read them out loud, but you need these little clues visually to know what's going on. Oh, this character is talking. Oh, this character is thinking. So for the sake of argument, I'm going to write in here, think. Okay? Just going to write think. Actually, I'm going to write thinks. I once saw in a comic many, many years ago. In fact, hang on a second. I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm going to show you. It's right here. Why say it when I can show it you? I bought this comic many, many years ago, 1983, before most of you were even born. And in here, look, these two guys who did this comic, Tim Quinn and Dickie Howitt, great guys. He had this drawing here, look. Thinks. Can you see it? It's maybe a bit blurred. And he's got a thing, and it always stuck with me. So I always write, thinks. Thinks, okay? Right. Speech bubble, thought bubble, right? Now we're going to go with this one. Pay close attention. What is that one? What is this one? Okay? What is this one? Anybody know? Any takers? Anybody? Stumped you. Stumped you. Oh my word. Oh, hang on a second. Somebody's coming in. Hello. Oh my gosh. It's festival director Julie Tate again. Julie, how are you doing? Thanks for watching. Yeah, speech bubble. Thought bubble. What do you reckon, Julie? Say it a bit louder. Say, oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. It's a whisper bubble. She's whispering, you see. It's typical Julie. She's a loose cannon. Yeah, it's a whisper bubble. Exactly. Look at that. Look, it's even pointing to the phone. Hang on, let's angle this. Coming in. Oh, I can't do it. Yeah, we didn't rehearse this, did we, Julie? There you go, look. Oh, look. It's Julie whispering to me. Yeah, what are you whispering? Julie, I'm married. I'm joking. Yeah, I am married. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. All right, Julie, we're having a great time. Yeah, thanks again for doing all this. This is amazing. Julie, keep up the amazing work. We love you, Julie. Take care. Julie said, in her whisper bubble, it was saying, Mark, I really like comics. Julie, I know exactly what you mean. We shouldn't whisper that. You should shout it loud. I like comics. Comics. Sometimes you might be worried about sharing the things that you like. Never worry. You know, it's not cool to not tell people what you like. If you like stuff, shout it loud. You like comics. We all like comics and we love drawing. So, hi, thanks. Mark, I really like comics. It's a whisper. So a speech bubble, a thought bubble, a whisper bubble. So, we've got these three basic elements here. And you might think of some others. You might think of, oh, hang on a sec, what are you thinking? Shouting. Yes, shouting. Okay? Now, the thing is with shouting in comics, you don't have that in a bubble, right? Shouting is so loud, it would break the bubble. Very much like sound effects, or the fancy term, onomatopoeia, I believe they're called. Many, many children tell me this. I always go in with the sound effects, but they always go highbrow. I'm lowbrow, they're highbrow, okay? So, the sound effects, they pop the bubbles. So, for instance, if a door slams, bang, we do this, bang, bang, like that, bang, okay? Or if you're clobbering somebody, if you're a superhero, pow, okay? Very much like Batman in the 1960s TV show, the greatest Batman ever. Pow! Okay, so what I want you guys to do now, if you're drawing along with me, draw your bubbles. You've probably already done this. I didn't give you the instruction, but I just know what you like. You just go with it, okay? So now let's fill up this space with some sound effects. So shout some out to me. Oh yeah, thwack. Good one, good one. Thwack. Thwack. Let's have, oh, kaboom. Good thing. Oh, that was from Theo. Well done, Theo. That's a great one. Kaboom. Okay? Kaboom. And Oh, yeah. Wow. That's a good one. That's kind of like something somebody would say. So we've got sounds, we've got words. Wow. And you've got, what else could we have? Kersplat. Yes, that's a great one. Kerr. And then you can do like that. Kerr. Splat. Okay. And these are great. And so sound effects exist outside. They exist nearby the characters or nearby the thing that is making the sound. So whether it be a door or an explosion, or if the character was shouting loud like that, it would just be above them. And so you can have fun integrating your text. Let me have a look, see whether I can show you one. Here you go, look at that one there. It's a perfect example. Smash, or foosh, or grab. You know, sometimes you can have little sound effects in there that just sort of highlight the thing that's happening. Like if somebody's running along. Let's have a see if I've got one here. Oh yeah, look, he's running along there. We've got a bucket. Yeah, you see that? And it's the water's sloshing, slosh, slosh, and huff, huff, because he's running out of breath. And then, but yeah, you can, oh, and then that one there, look at that one. Yikes, that's a good one. Yikes, have we got room for a yikes? There's always room for a yikes. Let's have a look. Can you see up there? I don't think you can. Nothing below the fish, nothing above the fold. It's another typical one. Let's have a, well, let's get a yikes in here. Yikes. Okay, so feel free. You might have some really amazing ones. Oh, and remember, you can share, please share your drawings. We're doing, for the LICAF Live, I think you can use the hashtag LICAF Live, hashtag Little LICAF, which is what this is part of, and you can also hashtag me if you want. I'm Marc Makes Comics, Marc with a C, M-A-R-C, Marc Jackson, but I go by the name of Marc Makes Comics, just to confuse things. And yeah, so you can hashtag me, and so if you've not hashtagged the other things, then I can share those out as well. I can re-hashtag them, or you can tag the festival on the Lakes International Comic Art Festival on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and let's really keep things moving this weekend to show everybody how involved you all have been and how much you're enjoying it. Make sure you say how much fun you're having as well. And yes, so we've got this bit now. So these are the basic elements of cartoon, of how we take our picture and we start to add comic book elements into it, how to drive dialogue and how to get the characters talking to each other and whispering and thinking and then making sounds. So once we've done this, let's bring something in there. Let's bring a character into this. Before we do that, let's just have a little refreshment break, okay? Maybe throw in a little bit of music. One for me. One for my homies. Okay, right. That was the refreshment break section of the video. Sponsored by Corporation Pop. So, we have got... I'm in my own little world here in my studio. So, do you remember what we what I always draw first? Yes, the eyes. The eyes, yes. The eyes have it, as they say. So I always start with the eyes because it kind of centralises things. For me, I know where then the head's going to be, where the body's going to be. But again, because we're not planning this out, I kind of have a rough idea. Obviously, unless you're doing a character whose eyes are down here, then you kind of have a rough idea. So I'm gonna come in here with a couple of eyes, okay? And I always like to draw what are known in the industry as funny animals, funny animal comics. Funny animals basically, like I showed you this one before, here comes Cat Stevens. Funny animals basically means animals that are walking and talking like we are. They stand upright. They don't walk around like animals on all fours. They walk around, they might have clothes on, shoes on, hats, they might have jobs, they go on adventures, and they're called funny animals because obviously that's a funny thing. So before you've even started, you've got funny stuff going on. You put a dog in a suit and you're already onto a winner in my book. And so that is what a funny animal is. And I like to draw funny animals because it's just, you're starting off with a good little idea right from the start, and then hopefully you put a dog in a suit, a cat on a skateboard, or a llama with a jetpack, and you are good to go. Okay, so I'm going to go with a dog, all right? But you might have your own animal that you want to go with. We mentioned a llama, alpaca, a giraffe, a rabbit, a cat, hedgehog, hamster, skunk, stoat, you know, whatever floats your boat. If a stoat floats your boat, then go for it, okay? But I'm going to go with the dog. So I'm going to draw my character here, and we're going to use this space. So if you're following along with me, you want to draw what I'm drawing, you can use this space. But if you're doing your own thing, if you're a maverick, a loose cannon, then make sure you fill the space, okay? I like to draw nice and big. Big means confidence, okay? Don't draw small, so no one can see it, and everyone's like, I don't want anyone to see it, I don't want it to see whether I think it's good or not. No, draw nice and big and have confidence. Drawing is not about skill, it's about confidence. So we've got the eyes. I'm coming in with a nose. Big nose like that, okay? And I'm filling it in. Yes, I've got a blue pen. I'm just using the same colour, okay? Filling that in, okay? And then I'm going to go with the ear, okay? He's got an ear like this, and then the brow. I mentioned earlier about the single brow, okay? And now I'm going to come down here. I'll go a couple of little lines here for the old detail fans, okay? And then I'm going to come here. Right, so this guy, he's got a hat, okay? I'm going to do the hat. Can you see that okay? You see? Yep, there we go. Right, and then it's got the little trim here that goes like that. It's a classic kind of 1950s kind of hat, okay? Maybe he works in an advertising agency, okay? You just don't know. And that's the thing. Don't pick a job for a dog that is connects to a dog. You can do if you want, you know. But if you then take a dog, so it's a dog who's got a job, and put him in a ridiculous job, then again, more funny things are going to come. So now we're going to shoot down here a little bit. I'm going to come down here and get, oh, here we go. This is what I'm going to do. So we're going to get a line in here, and we're going to get, he's got a shirt here, and he's got a tie. Now, I said 1950s with a little hat, but I'm going with 1970s for the tie, okay? I'm going with that. The stripy tie, big 1970s tie, okay? And he's got a smile. Now look at that. Look, his smile goes over onto his ear because it just kind of does. It's just kind of what I do. It's my kind of style. I don't worry too much about these things. It's all about cartoons, and things can be abstract. You can be trying to draw things, but you can have them a little abstract as well. It just makes, it's a good way of finding your own style. So I always do a couple of little things like that for the ears. I just do. Don't ask me why. I said don't ask me why. Okay. So I'm going to get the back of the front of the shirt here, and then we're getting this bit here. Okay. And then I'm coming down here with the curve shape. Remember that with the robot, the curve shape. But it's just tucking in behind here. So I'm just doing the bit that you can see. But if you imagine this would follow all the way around here. So you can do this bit here and just tuck that little bit in here. I'm going to fill it in. He's got black trousers on. Okay. Now sometimes dogs wear trousers, sometimes they don't. Today, because I'm filling it in, he does, right? So we're going to come back here and add something here in a minute, but for the time being, we're going to do a leg like that, and then get the leg, and we're going to do this, and we're getting a leg like that. Okay, it's curling round, and then, okay, we've got that one there. So this one's curling round, and that one's straight. So it shows, so he's walking along, okay? So the minute you've got a leg going up like this, you get a little foot on the end of it. So he's got trousers on, but when dogs have trousers on, they don't wear shoes, okay? You have to, so I always do three little things like that. It's kind of like the pause, okay? Pause. And we're back, okay? Pause and scene. Okay, so we've got the little feet here. So look, we've got him moving, okay? Like we did before. And then we can, well, let's do it now. We're going to ping around a little bit. So remember what we did to make it like he was moving? Just a couple of little things like that. A couple of little lines, and then do another one there, and then maybe you do another one here near the knee. So you've got the little bit of a jiggle, all right? A little jiggle. And then you can do a little swirly thing, and then maybe he's, you know, dashing to work, so then he has a little bit of a puff of smoke or a little cloud, you know, the dust, because he's going fast. And then whenever I draw characters walking or running, they're never on the ground. They never touch the ground. I always just have them kind of off the ground. It's just a fun way. It's just a fun cartoony kind of thing. So I always do just 3 lines. It's kind of like the shadow to show that this is the ground here, but then the character's just kind of lifted off it a little bit. Now, what has this dog not got? Yes, he's not got. What has he not got? Shout it. Yes, he's not got a pocket on his shirt, obviously. He's not going to pocket on his shirt. And so, yeah, so let's put a little pocket in here. Now, what would a dog have in his pocket? Multiple things. His house keys. He might have a pen. He might have a torch. He might have. He might be on his way from work to the Lakes International Comic Art Festival. So he might have the program, you know, in his little pocket, folded up, obviously very small. Unless he's a huge dog, and this, you know, this could fit the entire program in there. This could be a monster dog. You just don't know. This is the thing. This is comics for you. Okay. So I don't know. He's got a little biscuit in his. He's got a little biscuit, okay? And he's also got around here. Now, okay, we're gonna bear with me if you don't mind, because I'm gonna do something here, and we've got this line here. Yes, we have. It's okay. Look, I'm gonna get a hand here like that, and then a little thing like that. That's his other little hand, and we're gonna bring it around like that. And we're gonna do this up my edge of my paper, force that line, but hey ho, it doesn't matter. It's okay. I've got a little thing here. Look, see. Look at this bit. It got in the way, and I wanted it a little bit wider, but it doesn't matter. And then he's got his shirt rolled up because he's just come back to work or from work, and he's ready for action. Now in his hand here, he has this. Yes, it's a little cup of coffee. A little known fact: dogs love coffee. Okay, well they don't go to all your big chains. They like to support the local independents. And I urge you, in fact command you, support your local independent coffee shop. Pick up a coffee, especially in these troubled times. They need your help. So just get your coffee and get it from there. You might see a dog in there. Give him a high five, okay? As long as that's acceptable in this day and age, okay? You can sanitize later. It's okay. So, these dogs love coffee. They love it. They love the stuff. They can't get enough of it. And so now you're thinking, well, where's the other arm? We could do cartoony, and we could just say, well, his arm's over here, we need to show it. We could do the trick where he has it behind his back, you know, so we're not having to show the other hand. Or we can go crazy. Look, we've got this space here. Let's see what we can achieve. Wow. Here we go. Check it out, because he is pointing. Whoa. Look at that. There's his little rolled up bit. And then we have the little things here. Check that out. Look at this. And he's kind of pointing here. So this is integrating this character with these. These are all the things that this character might talk about, might say. And this is a way that you can get this character might be thinking about something. He might be talking about something. He might be whispering something, like Julie was whispering earlier. Or he might be making these sounds as he's walking along. He might be stomping, stomp, stomp, stomp. You could even do that. Let's get one in here. You know, you can even put one in here. You can nestle one right in here. Nestle. We nestled earlier, so we're still nestling. It's all about nestling at this year's LICAF. There's going to be a lot of comic artists nestling. And let's have a see. Yes, and so this is how you can integrate a drawing in with the pictures. It's all about taking the words, the things that they're saying, and connecting those with the picture, with something you've done. And this is a very simple way of doing that. It's a bold, it's a crazy way. Yes, when you're doing your actual comic, you won't have as many things on the one panel, but this is just a way of me showing you how all these different elements can be used at different separate times, okay? So yes, let's have a look here. So remember, of course, obviously, we have to, if you've done this drawing, or you might have drawn your own, again, share your drawings. I want to see your llamas going to work. I want to see your hamsters on jetpacks, your mice on skateboards, your moose on hang gliders, whatever you want. You might have drawn a dog with swimming trunks, with a towel going to the beach. It's your drawing. Do whatever you want. Or if that's suddenly giving you an idea, I'm going to draw that now. Draw that now. Just do it. This bit here is crying out for something, isn't it? What is it crying out for? I'm not sure. Let's have a think. Well, whilst we do that, let's have a quick drink. One for me. One for my homies. I'm going to go with this, you know? I'm going to go have a fantastic LICAF live. There you go. Look at that. And what do we do here? Let's just add a little bit of extra something. Look at that. It's coming in. There you go. Check it out. Have a fantastic LICAF live. And I really hope you guys... Oh, I'm coming right in there. I'm just blocking my own drawing. I'm going to peek here. I hope you guys have really enjoyed these videos, and I hope you've learned something, and I hope you've got some little pointers and tips for you to help start making your own comics. You might already make your own comics, but you might have always wondered, how do I do this bit? I'm not quite sure. And maybe that's something we've discovered here today. Maybe you've never drawn a comic in your life before, but you literally can't wait for me to stop talking. So, you literally can't wait for me to stop talking so you can go and make another comic. Make that comic, share that comic. We love comics. Thank you so much for taking part in Little LICAF, part of LICAF Live. My name is Marc Jackson. I'm a cartoonist, and I will see you soon. Take care.